Hey, how you doing everybody? My name is CherryBoy and welcome back to Love at First Sight. Let's get right back into it. School's almost over. As I returned to my classroom after lunch, I realized something. I'm happy that we promised to go home together, but we never chose a place to meet before we parted ways. Just meet at the school gate. If I wait by the gates like last time, she'll probably come by, but Sadakawa might also be around. Maybe I should take a peek into their classroom instead. Yep. Let's go. As I'm trying to decide, the bell rings, finally signaling the end of the day's classes. I take my bag and hurry towards Sachi's classroom. I rush down the stairs, but as I reach the first floor, I can see that the first years are already filing out into the hall. And I quicken my pace towards Sachi's classroom. We gotta get to her! In the moment I step in front of one of the classroom's doors, someone flies out into me. The impact knocks us both off balance, and just as she's about to go down, I reflexively reach out and catch her! Everything okay? Sachi! What happened to you?
Excuse me? Huh? Senpai?
The student who just flew into my arms and who I'm now holding onto tightly is none other than Sachi, the waifu! We stare at each other in astonishment. Oh no, the thought, the biatch! Then I see another student behind Sachi, who is also looking on in astonishment. Sadakawa Rui, did she push Sachi out the door? Now I know she's the reason Sachi had no lunch today. Alright, she had no lunch today. Sadakawa's surprised expression soon turns angry. She glares at me menacingly as she starts to speak. Who the hell are you? Some upperclassman? Yeah, second year. But she doesn't let this get in the way of her anger. Oh really? Then what are you doing on this first year floor? I came to see Sachi. For a moment, Sadakawa looks surprised, again as she sizes the two of us up. Sachi regains her balance as she separates herself from me, then she takes a step back, retreating from Sadakawa's presence. She's not trying to run away, is it because I'm here? Her eyes dart back and forth nervously. Her? Are you starting a freak show, senpai? If you think it's okay to force your friends into freak shows, you're really messed up. That's really pitiful. This girl's more prickly than I imagined. Naturally, my insult just annoys her more. I'm not sure if that actually got to her or not, but she pins a hostile glare on me. Oh no. Oh yes, well, excuse me. She really doesn't have any talents to display, and dressing her up as a clown would only disgust people. Of course, you are right. The insincerely polite words that Sadakawa spits at me are dripping with venom and malice. If this is what made Akemi snap, I don't blame her. I think she's more suited to the role of a heroine than a clown. Her? At best, this one-eyed thing that looks like it stepped out of a fairy tale become some wretched beggar on the streets. Yeah, maybe she did step out of a fairy tale. If I had to guess, I'd say it was Cinderella. She's definitely plagued by something like an evil stepsister. You know that story, don't you? Oh, that's a good joke. But if you're casting parts, I think I'd rather be the fairy godmother who turns a pumpkin into a carriage. Making Cinderella get run over by her carriage would be a pretty neat twist, don't you think? Oh god, such a biatch! Our verbal duel continues for a while. She's wearing a vicious grin on her face, but the fire in her eyes grows hotter and hotter, and I can feel the heat in her stare. I refuse to look away, however, and it feels like the friction of our clashing gazes might set the whole hallway ablaze.
Senpai?
Sachi tugs on my sleeve, pulling me back into reality. Several students seem to have gathered around us to watch our fight. Here I am, a lone second-year student in front of the first-year classrooms, completely out of place. I should not be drawing this much attention to myself. Save me, Tomo! Or Akemi! Sorry. Let's go, Sachi. I take Sachi's hand and turn my back on Sadakawa. I'm still pissed, and I want to turn around and go after her again, but Sadakawa stays quiet. Alright, so we know who the villain is, I suppose. Now what? Alright. Sorry about that, just now. I really made a fool of myself. We leave the school at a hurried pace, but once we're outside of the gates and start heading home, we slow down a bit.
No, it's okay. You caught me right when I fell, and you protected me from Sadakawa-san. Thank you for that.
Hey, it's probably none of my business, but if you're having trouble and you need help, you can ask me anytime.
Thank you.
Sachi replies after a short pause, looking somewhat puzzled. We might have become friends, but I guess we're not close enough for her to be comfortable trusting me with that sort of thing yet. You know, anything you need. I just want to help.
Okay.
By the way, if you like the books I gave you, I have some more from that author.
Oh, really?
I changed the subject to a lighter topic. Going home together should be more fun than this. At the very least, I want to see her smile more while we're together. Yeah. I think those are the ones I should lend you next. Do you want to read them?
Sure. That sounds great. I'll look forward to it.
Alright, yeah, doing great. Oh, the transition. Ah, yes, Peter, give it. You take it, yeah, take it. That was great. Act 4, see eye to eye. Now we're seeing eye to eye. Like Goofy movie. About 2 weeks have passed. Oh, time skip. I've met Sachi for lunch on the stairway that leads up to the roof every day, and she's gone through countless manga and novels. We've also gone to and from school together when we could. Sachi hasn't asked for help since the day I offered it to her, but even still, every now and then I go around to see her classroom to meet her. Of course, I try not to draw attention to myself anymore, and just go to retrieve Sachi as quickly as I can. Even though Sachi is free from Sadakawa, I think she's still worried about getting bullied. There's no especially noticeable change, but Sachi's smile doesn't seem fake like it did before. Little by little, smiling is becoming more natural for her. Sorry about that. What are you smiling about? I don't know how to do the mom. Today, as always, I arrive at home after walking Sachi to her house, and I run into my mom, who seems to have come out to check the mail. Oh, nothing. Is my face betraying what I'm thinking? I try to put on a more neutral expression as I reply, kind of like that episode of Urbe, or Mysterious Girlfriend X. Yeah. You've been getting up so early these past few weeks, having fun at school? Something like that. It's not like we're actually been planning to meet up in the morning, we just keep getting lucky, I guess. But yes, it does mean that I've been getting to school earlier than I used to. The main reason I'm leaving early is that I'd hate to let the chance to meet Sachi in the morning slip away. The fact that it's put a stop to my habit of being late is just a nice side effect. Oh, my. I thought she was going to pry into my school life, but the mail seems to have caught her attention first. She scans the envelopes and eventually stops someone, separating it from the others. She reads it and after a moment finally sighs. What's wrong? I won tickets to a private showing of a new movie, but it's on the same day that we plan to visit some of your father's relatives, so I can't go. A private showing? You really hit it big. Well, I do enter a lot of those kinds of drawings. Filling out entries to those prize lotteries is my mom's hobby. She systematically scans the web and fills out everyone she can find. She actually wins quite a few of those private showings, so my dad and I accompany her to them pretty often. You said you had plans for that day. When is it? You usually do everything you can to go to those. It's a Sunday afternoon. These sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Sundays. Hey, could I have those tickets, since you and Dad can't go? Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if the movie's good or not, but I still don't want to waste the tickets. Great, thanks. Oh, we're gonna ask Sachi out on a date! Yeah! And that's how I got them yesterday. Or ask Tomo and Akemi. Lunchtime as I eat with Tomo and Akemi. I showed them tickets for the private showing that I got from my mom. Wow! I've never heard of that movie, but it looks fun! Akemi is practically squealing with delight as she looks over the tickets. So now the answer to the question of which of us to invite is... neither, I'm guessing. Good guess, Tomo. Huh? No way! He didn't say that! Bad guess, Akemi. What the heck? I totally thought I knew where you were going with this, but you're not taking us? Meanie, I want to see the movie too! Sorry, I've only got 2 tickets. If I invite one of you, that means I have to leave the other of you behind. So he's going to invite you-know-who instead. I know who? Oh, Sachan! Yeah, so, what do you think? What do we think? They're your tickets, and besides, you're the one who knows your relationship with her best. Well, whatever. Sure, go ahead and invite her. Well, I've never hung out with a girl outside of school. I'm a little nervous. Hello, what about the trip we took together on the last holiday? You're a poor replacement for a girl. What's that supposed to mean? No, well, what I mean is that whenever we meet, Tomo's almost always there as well. Well, yeah, I guess that is true. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but you're the one she knows best. We can't really give you much advice, but if you coerce her into going, she's never going to be comfortable around you again. If you plan to accompany her there, that should be enough to convince her, right? Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I should actually find out where we're going first, though, huh? Man, I guess it does take the most sense for you to take Sachi instead of us. I still feel like I'm missing out, though. Well, if Sachi ends up rejecting me, I'll hand the tickets off to you two, since at that point, I wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. Huh? Are you sure? But you could go alone if you wanted, couldn't you? Maybe, but do I want to go alone? Besides, the tickets are in my mom's name. If one of the people trying to use them isn't female, they might not accept them at all. Anyway, they're all moot if Sachi agrees to come. I can't make the decision for you now that I have a stake in it. Do I want to see the movie, or do I want the day when I finally meet Sachan to come sooner? I guess either would be good. What about you, Tomo? If you do hand the tickets off to us, that means I have to spend the day with the Kemi, which is a pretty tiring prospect. Then again, I can't exactly refuse your generosity. I am free that day, and going to a movie might be a worthwhile diversion.
Wow, I didn't realize you were that excited to go on a date with me, Tomo.
Look, I'll do it, but do you know how much energy it takes the average human to keep up with you? The two keep talking, but I think they're already forgotten what has to happen before they get the tickets. Thanks for your input, guys. Anyway, I'm done with my lunch, so I'm going to hurry up and go find Sachi. I stood up and head for the stairway. Alright, let's go get Sachi! Yeah.
Oh, Mamoru-senpai.
What's up? Sachi is yet again sitting at the same place in the same way as when I first met her. I've been coming here day after day, and each time I leave, it seems like she's a little brighter. It's comforting. Hey, are you doing anything this Sunday? I get right to the point, sitting down in my usual spot.
Sunday? No, I don't have any plans. Why do you ask?
Well, my mom won one of those sneak peeks for a new movie, but she can't go to it. She gave me the tickets, there's only 2, so I wasn't sure what to do with them at first, but...
What? A movie? With me? Don't you have any other friends you could invite?
It's not that I don't, but I don't have enough tickets for both of them. If you refused, I was just going to give the tickets to them, but I'm asking if you want to go first.
Yes, of course. Oh, but the movie theater is far away, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can just take a train, can't we? Or did you not want to travel too far?
No, it's not that. Just, if we take the train, we have to pay for tickets.
Doesn't your aunt give you an allowance or something?
Not really. I've never asked for it.
Are you and your aunt on bad terms?
I don't think she really likes me that much. Though, to be honest, I'm not really sure.
You don't know? Don't you live with her? Can you ask other family members or something?
No, it's fine, really. My family, my mom got sick and died many years ago. As for my dad, I was told he left when I was very young.
Your mom? Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's been a long time since then.
Well, what about your dad? You said he left. Sorry.
No one ever told me what happened, but he probably left because of me. I think he must have left right after I was born. I don't have any memory of him.
Sachi's eyes seem to dim as she tells me this. I suppose she wouldn't really remember if she was that young when he left, but I could see a little glimmer of sadness in her eye when she admitted it.
My mom didn't abandon me, though. She did her very best to raise me alone. She was a very kind mother.
It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. It took too much of a toll on her... Oh, no.
It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. It took too much of a toll on her body, and after that... sorry. I didn't mean to be so depressing.
No, I brought it up. I'm the one who should be apologizing. So after that, your aunt took custody of you?
Yes, that's right. Aunt Mayumi seemed to be really close with my mom. Before she died, my mom told Mayumi that she was counting on her to take care of me. That's why she adopted me. But I'm sure my aunt hates me. She just hasn't said anything. She just probably blames me for her unhappiness and the death of her beloved sister.
You must not like your aunt very much.
No, that's not it. I'm grateful for her taking care. I'm grateful to her for taking care of me. I just don't want to be a nuisance to her. It wouldn't be right for me to ask her for something as selfish as spending money.
I see. Thanks for telling me all of that.
I've never had anyone to talk to before, so thank you for listening to me.
But you know, I really do want to hang out with you. If you want, I can pay for the train ride and stuff. I don't mind at all.
No, I couldn't. I want to hang out with you too, but I have to ask Mayumi if I can first. But if you have to pay for me, we should just not go. I don't want to be a nuisance to you any more than to my aunt.
I don't know about your aunt, but you're not being a nuisance to me at all. Not being a nuisance.
But...
There's no rush. Why don't you decide after you've asked her?
Yeah, alright.
By the way, since we have to go all the way to the next town to get to the movie theater, why don't we get there as early as we can? Early, so we can just wander around a bit. The movie starts in the afternoon, so we can get lunch or something.
Okay. I suddenly feel very nervous.
Come on, this isn't some huge event. We're just going to have a little fun. Listen up.
I'll try.
There you go. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have a cell phone? We should exchange numbers before we forget. It'll be useful in case we in case we want to get in touch later on.
Oh yes, I carry one in case of emergencies.
The cell phone Sachi takes out is ancient, but she fumbles with it awkwardly. It's really plain too. Not a single sticker or anything. Not even one of those silly straps.
How do I do this?
I think you have to press this? She must not use it much. In fact, it looks like she barely knows how to use it at all. I guess that worked.
Thank you. Come to think of it, what's the movie about?
Oh, right. I should have told you before. It's some movie from Germany. It doesn't look like it's some huge adventure. More like a drama, I guess. Though the story is pretty light, so maybe it's more like comedy? I take the flyer that came with the tickets out of my pocket to show Sachi. Comedy.
Oh, that looks interesting.
I've never seen it, so I can't tell you if it's interesting or not.
Even going to a movie theater is exciting. I've only ever seen movies on TV.
Well, a private showing isn't something you can just go to anytime. It's not at a regular movie theater, and after it's over, you had to fill out a simple questionnaire.
But that also sounds exciting.
I'm glad you think so then. The bell chimes as lunch period ends.
Oops, looks like we need to get going. I'll ask my aunt about the movie when I get home.
Alright, great. See you later. Alright, yeah! The next day I've got a lot on my mind as I'm walking to school along the route Sachi always takes. Hopefully Sachi talked to her aunt about coming to hang out with me. I wonder what her aunt will say. Sachi doesn't seem to think she likes her very much. Sachi's covered in wounds, but her aunt didn't seem concerned about it in the slightest when I met her. Maybe Sachi's right. Actually, I did kind of get that impression. She seemed really cold, although I can't really judge her based on that tiny amount of contact I've had with her, so I don't know if that's really how she is. If her aunt didn't say it was okay, Sachi will naturally refuse, but I still want to take her out, even if I had to force her to let me pay for her train ticket. If her family isn't supporting her, then that's all the more reason for me to do so, yeah! I mull these things over as I walk, staring at the passing pavement beneath me without looking up.
Good morning, Mamoru-senpai.
I look up to see Sachi standing before me. Oh, good morning, Sachi.
Something wrong?
Nothing. I wasn't looking where I was going, so you surprised me. Sorry. I'm used to having to catch up with her. This is the first time I've heard her call out from behind me. She seems happy to see me. Oh yeah.
I was wondering if I'd see you while I was walking. My aunt said it was okay for me to spend the day with you, senpai. She even said she'd pay for the train and lunch.
Really? That's great!
Yes!
I was preparing for the worst. This is a little unexpected.
I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, I heard the movie is actually based on some German novel. We continued chatting about the movies, what we'll do that day, and other little things until we arrive at school. Sachi seems to be more excited about this than I thought she would be. She doesn't even know that much about the town we're headed to. Yeah, alright. Now what? Sunday, the day I'm going out with Sachi. Oh yeah! We decided I would meet her at her house since it's so close to my own. I had some time to spare, so I arrived at Sachi's house a little earlier than we discussed. I don't mind waiting if she still needs to get ready. I ring the doorbell. After a little while, I hear soft footsteps approaching shortly before the front door opens. Oh no, the aunt. However, standing before me is not Sachi, but her aunt Mayumi. It's not like I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'm surprised nonetheless. And my body goes rigid. Eep. Good morning. I'm here to meet Sachi. Good morning, Mamoru-kun. I've heard all about it. It feels like Mayumi is searching me for something with her icy glare.
Good morning, senpai. You're here early.
Ah, the casual clothes. Sure enough, Sachi appears behind Mayumi. It seemed like she's ready to go, but she looks between Mayumi and me with a troubled expression. I think Sachi is more surprised than I am that Mayumi answered the door, but Mayumi pays Sachi no mind as she stares at me and begins to speak. Okay. The movie ends in the evening, right? Once the movie is over, come right home, okay? Right, we will. I wasn't planning on staying out that late anyway, but the warning look in her eyes is a little unsettling nonetheless. Alright then, off you go. With that, Mayumi steps aside and lets Sachi out onto the street.
Yes, goodbye.
Yes, alright. We get a good distance away from Sachi's house before we start speaking again.
Sorry about that.
Why are you apologizing? I mean, I was surprised, but it seemed like she was just worried about you.
She probably just didn't want to have to deal with any trouble I might cause.
Actually, I have no idea what she was thinking. Maybe Sachi's right after all. Whatever, forget about that, and let's get going.
Yeah, sure.
We're about to start heading in the direction of the station, but... What's wrong?
Huh? What do you mean?
I was so distracted with thinking about Mayumi that I didn't notice that Sachi's wearing casual clothes. This is the first time I've seen her in anything other than her uniform. Yeah! She's wearing a plain skirt and a worn-out hoodie. I realized Sachi put her hood up and her head down as soon as we started walking. Do you really have to walk that way?
Huh? This is how I always do it. Do you not like it?
No, it's really suspicious looking. I think it would be best if you took off the hood at least.
It's suspicious looking?
Yeah, when someone has their hood up and you can't see their face, don't you think that person looks kind of suspicious?
Oh, I see.
This is how she always does it? I don't know what it's like for her, but still, when she's with me, I don't want her to act weird like that. We're supposed to be walking together, but I can't even see her face. Look, I know you usually try not to let people see you, but you're with me today, you know? No matter what happens, I'm right here next to you.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
She's still anxious, and she's still keeping her head down, but at least she seems to have given up on the hood for now. Right, let's get going then, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, and we're walking, and we're here at the town. Nice town. Dead trees. Oh, not dead, but no leaves. Okay, since it's the weekend, the street to the station has quite a few people on it, and that goes double for the shopping center we have to go through to get there. The train itself isn't any better. It's so packed, in fact, that I don't think it's going to be possible to have any kind of conversation with Sachi until we arrive at our destination. That said, since our destination isn't particularly far away, it doesn't take that long to get there, and we both feel a little relieved once we get off the train. There sure are a lot of people out today, aren't you? There sure are a lot of people out today. You okay? Is that that?
Yeah, I don't really use the train, so I was startled to see so many people on it, but I'm alright.
Great. Then why don't we walk around and try to find somewhere to eat?
Sure.
We start walking toward an area that probably has a place we can eat at. Actually, I already know where I'm taking her, since I looked around for a good place beforehand. Good. I thought it'd be better to take Sachi to a quieter place when she can let her guard down while we talk, rather than a street with a lot of big shops and a ton of people. I try to start a conversation with Sachi, but as I turn my head to look at her, she's nowhere to be found. Oh no! And I immediately start to panic. I quickly realize that she didn't actually disappear. She's just walking several meters behind me for some reason. Why? Weren't we supposed to be walking together? Sachi? I quickly turn around and close the distance between us.
Yes? What is it?
Do you not want to walk next to me or something?
No, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know if you want me to walk next to you.
Why wouldn't I want you to?
What? But if you walk next to me, people might think you know me.
But I do know you. That's why I want to walk with you.
Yeah, but...
I understand what she's getting at. She definitely draws a lot of attention. I saw that she got a lot of startled glances and stares from people we passed on the street as we were making our way here. I feel like a lot of them were overreacting, though that's not exactly surprising to me either. I guess it's only natural that you want to hide her face to avoid those stares. Maybe stopping her from wearing her hood was not the best idea. Put your hood up if it makes you feel better. I want to walk next to you.
But you said...
She takes a half step backwards, putting a little more distance between us. I don't think there's anything wrong with being seen with you. Come on, don't run away. I close the half step distance and grab her hand to keep her here.
Huh?
We're going to be seen together anyway, so we might as well walk together, right? I'm fine with it, but if you don't want to walk with me, just say so and I'll let go of your hand.
I do want to, but isn't this a little...
Her voice becomes a whisper as she stares at the ground, but after a moment, she tilts her head up just enough to look at me.
Senpai, is this really okay?
Of course, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay then, let's go. Thanks. Thank you.
Her grip on my hand tightens ever so slightly. Actually, I'm finding myself getting a little flustered as well, but I don't think I could let go of her hand even if I wanted to. With our hands clasped together, I start to worry that my grip on her hand is too tight or that I'm walking too quickly for her. As I become aware of everything I could be doing wrong, I quickly start to feel very embarrassed. I'm too focused on these details to actually make conversation with Sachi. I try to calm down, forcing myself to not think about anything and focusing only on the feeling of Sachi's hand in mine. Her slender hand is warm and faintly, and I can feel that warmth flood into my own hand. She adjusts her grip, and rough spots on her otherwise smooth skin gently scrape against my palm. They feel like they might be scabs or something. Wait, didn't this hand have a bandage on it before? The shallow grooves on her soft hand are strangely alluring, and I unconsciously trace them with my fingers. Sachi's own fingers twitch in response, though I'm not sure whether this is reflex or not. Thinking I've offended her, I glance at Sachi, only to find that she's already staring at me with her one big eye. Sorry.
It's fine.
I was just wondering, like, are those scars in your hand? I wanted to feel them to make sure.
It's okay. You can touch them if you want.
Blood rushes to her smiling face, and I think mine probably turns just as red. Cafe. That's cute. That's cute. That cafe. Do you want to have lunch there? I saw it when I was looking for good places to eat before we came. I've heard good things about it. I pointed to the first place I see that looks like it might serve food. So much for the place I had planned to take us to. It wasn't the most elegant way of changing the subject, but I can't take the embarrassment.
Oh, it looks nice. Do you want to get lunch now then?
Well, it's still a little early for lunch. Maybe we should wander around a bit more and come back later.
That's true. Okay, let's come back later.
And with that, Sachi's hold of my hand grows tighter. This time I squeeze back. Yeah! Sorry. If we didn't look like a couple when we left, we certainly do now. Yeah, that's how we do. After that, we explored the area a bit, and I enjoyed that, but we didn't say much to each other. Not that it was an uncomfortable silence. Sometimes I'd look over at Sachi, and no matter where she was looking, she was always wearing a cheerful expression. Aren't you getting bored of just wandering around?
No, not at all. Even just walking around like this is fun. There's so much to see, and all these stores look interesting.
Really? Well, if you see a store you like, let me know. We can stop and take a look inside if you want.
I don't think I'd buy anything, though.
We can just browse. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, there's nothing wrong with looking, you know?
I suppose not.
Hey, this one looks interesting, don't you think? I stop in front of one of the stores we're passing. Peeking in through the open double doors, we see that the store has a trendy atmosphere with big decorations, selling accessories, clothing, and other classy-looking merchandise. There isn't really anything here for someone who doesn't care about the latest fashions and trends, but at least there are still a lot of unusual things to look at.
I've never been in a store like this.
Maybe you can find something you like. How about this? I take something I think Sachi might like off the display just outside the door and offer it to her.
These are sunglasses?
Sunglasses? She's so confused. Try them on.
Huh? Okay.
She puts the sunglasses over her face, which now look even more puzzled. That's totally natural, of course. Oh, I want to see her with the glasses. These sunglasses, with their two lenses, are only going to make it harder for her, with her one eye, to see. They obviously don't suit her, but her reaction is too adorable and charming. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
Are you making fun of me, senpai?
Sachi suddenly becomes very obviously depressed. I really should have been more sensitive about her eye. Uh-oh. No, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again.
I'm just joking. Just a little payback.
Having turned the tables on me, she can't help but let her smile slip back onto her face. I didn't expect her to pull something like that. Man, I can't believe you got me with that. Seriously, though, I am sorry. I should be more considerate of your,
It's okay. I know you didn't mean anything by it.
That's true, but still. Anyway, I suggest we check out the store, but actually I think it's about time we ate lunch.
Sure, let's go find that cafe again.
Sure. Sachi doesn't seem to be upset at me at all, but I'm a little disappointed that she won't get a chance to check out the store. I take one last look inside, and one of the shelves catches my eye. Hey, which do you like the best out of blue, green, and orange?
Huh? Well, orange. Why?
No reason. Or, well, wait here for a second. Oh, let's get her something.
Okay.
I run into the store, leaving Sachi, who is genuinely confused this time, behind. Alright, we gotta buy her a present. Sorry about that.
That was quick. Did you buy something?
Yeah, look. Whoa! I show the cell phone strapped to Sachi. It's a simple orange flower dangling off a green string, made to look like a stem. Beautiful. Oh, that was cool. I like that.
Oh, how cute. Is that for your cell phone?
No, yours.
Huh? Mine? Why?
I guess something to remember today by.
What? No, I couldn't. You hang on to it, senpai.
Even if I did, I wouldn't use it.
Well, let me pay for it then.
I just bought it on a whim. Don't worry about it. Think of it as thanks for hanging out with me today. Take it.
Are you sure?
Of course. It wasn't that expensive anyway, so don't feel like you owe me.
Well, okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. I noticed your phone doesn't have any kind of decorations on it, so I figured you might like it. But if you don't have to put it on your phone or anything.
No, it's really cute. I think it's lovely. I'll put it on right now.
Yeah, look at that! She takes out her phone and attaches her new strap. Looks good. I was afraid the color might be too bright, but if it's the only one hanging there, it actually works out nicely.
Yeah, I agreed. Thank you so much, Mamoru-senpai.
Oh, so that's what her phone was, flip phone. I was expecting one of these, like, old ones, like that. She looks so happy, tightly grasping her phone and smiling at the strap. My pleasure. Anyway, we should start heading to the cafe. We have a little time to spare, but if the place is crowded, we'll never get in before the movie starts, unless we go now.
Yeah, right. Yes, right. Let's go. Senpai?
For some reason, Sachi's voice seemed to be quavering as she calls out to me. Huh? I think I can guess what she's about to say, but I don't know if she's thought it through. A few moments pass in silence, then I wordlessly take her hand. Sachi doesn't say anything else, and instead just squeezes my hand tightly as we start walking. Oh, it's so cute! She wanted to hold my hand! Oh, that's so cute. You want to hold her hand. Okay, before long, we arrive at the cafe we found earlier. Luckily, there aren't too many people. We find a table more or less immediately. Ah, the CG! Yeah! It's warm enough today that sitting outside is comfortable. So we take one of the outdoor tables and start looking through the menu. I wonder if I should get a sandwich or not. I'm not sure I'm that hungry. A sandwich does sound good. Oh, this looks delicious. It doesn't take long for us to decide, and we soon place our orders. As we're waiting for our food, Sachi's gaze keeps drifting onto me, only to flit away as soon as I notice. It seems like she wants to say something, but she's not sure how to say it. What's up?
Senpai, do you want to touch my scars?
Huh? They take me so off guard that I start sputtering like an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what? What do you mean?
Nothing, it's just you were touching them before, so I thought you might want to.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say in this situation.
Since I met you, you've done so much for me, Mamoru-senpai, but I've never even done one thing for you. I want to do something to repay you for all the times you've made me happy, but I can't really think of anything. Sorry, that must have been a really creepy thing to ask. Please, just forget about it.
I get the feeling that Sachi thinks she owes me a debt. She really doesn't have that much social experience after all. After thinking about this strange proposal for a bit, I realize she really is trying to repay me in her own way. Well, yeah, sure.
Huh?
Your scars. I want to, touch them. Can I? I can't think of this as a repaying a debt. I can't think of this as her repaying a debt. Just being able to be together with her is reward enough. Though saying that to her probably wouldn't change her mind anyway. I feel like her letting me touch her scars will somehow lighten the burden she carries every day. Even if this is a strange thing to do, this is for Sachi's sake. I did ask to, but it's not like I actually want to feel her scars, or at least that's how I should feel. Oh, now touch the scars.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Trembling, she puts her right hand on the table. Thanks. Ugh. But intentionally touching another person's injuries like this is really weird, and I feel apprehensive about doing it. Before, I only felt them because we were holding hands, but this time I'm doing it on purpose, and a girl's hand is obviously much smaller than mine. The scars cover more of her palm than I thought they might. Not that I can see them closely. It looks like they're mostly healed. The bandages that covered them seem to have been removed a few days ago, and any pain or bleeding must have subsided by now. I run my thumb along the smooth outline of the scars, tracing them. There's not much left of the scabs that must have covered these scars only a few days ago. I never got a good look at them until now. They aren't as rough as I thought they might be. I glide my thumb along the inside of the pale grooves, then back out onto the edges. Scabs still occupy the very center of her scar. She would probably start bleeding again if the scabs were picked off. These scabs would probably start falling off soon, actually. I'm sure they were huge when they were fresh. The skin outlining these scabs is bright pink and closer to the center, white. The center of the scar is sunken, as though part of her palm was cut out, and I let my thumb creep into the depression. Sachi's hand shudders under my touch. Sorry, did that hurt?
No, it didn't. That part is still sensitive is all. I'm fine, don't worry.
I look up at Sachi apologetically and see that her face had become much redder than when we entered the cafe. Having someone examine your hand so intensely in public would probably be embarrassing for anyone. I try rubbing her scar a bit. I probably shouldn't be enjoying this so much, but sometimes when I put pressure on her hand, she makes a really cute expression as she flinches ever so slightly. She's adorable in those moments, and seeing that makes me want to rub the part of her scab that's still healing. Excuse me. I come out of my trance with a start as a waitress brings out food on a fold-out platter. Excuse me? I hurriedly give Sachi back her hand, leaving the table clear, and the waitress puts their sandwiches in front of us.
Do you need anything else?
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. When she brought our food, the waitress looked Sachi over curiously, and then, as she left, she shot me a strange, almost wary glance. I guess I really deserve that, though I'm too ashamed to look at Sachi now. Thanks, Sachi.
Yeah, if you want to touch them again, just ask.
What? She actually wants me to touch them again? No way. I shouldn't have even touched them in the first place. Well, our food's here. Let's eat.
Right.
Hey, this is pretty good. How's yours?
Mine's good too. I'm glad we came here.
Things got pretty awkward between us after that, and even normal conversations feel out of place. Alrighty then. Yep, next. Alright, I think it's about time we headed to the movie. Yes. Yeah, do.
Okay.
We finished lunch, and it seemed like the awkward atmosphere between us has cleared up. I think we'll get there a little early, but at least we can get good seats this way. If we get back there too late, the seats will fill up, and we'll get stuck in the very back of the theater.
Oh, would we?
We head toward the place where the movie is being shown. We're not that far away, though, so it only takes us a few minutes to get there. And this is it.
There are already people lining up?
Looks like it. They'll probably let everyone in soon, though.
I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah, I hope it's a good one. Alright, and we watch the movie. The movie is less than 2 hours long, and we soon find ourselves out in front of the theater again. I stretch and breathe in the cool evening air, happy to be moving around again after sitting inside for so long. Yeah!
That movie was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, better than I thought it was going to be. The story was about a mischievous kid who gets put in a boarding school, makes some friend, and works with his teacher to make their school play a success. It's based off a children's book, so the whole thing is fun and lighthearted. We discussed what we thought of the movie. Sachi seems to have loved it, but eventually her voice gets quieter and she starts hanging her head again. No, Sachi, what's wrong?
The main character sure had a lot of friends and a nice teacher, and they were able to win in a tough situation. It's a really nice story. Maybe if I was born a normal person, I'd be stronger like him.
She gets quieter and quieter, and eventually I can barely make out what she's saying. I'm not sure if she's talking to me anymore. Hey, Sachi.
Oh, yes?
Earlier, you were saying how you wanted to repay me for what I've done for you, right? But you know, just getting to be with you was enough for me. I know I can't decide for her what she thinks no matter how many times I say that, but we spent all day together. That shows how I feel pretty clearly, doesn't it? I know I've said this before, but I'm here for you no matter what. Anything you need, I'll help you however I can. I don't know if I can be considered a good-natured person, but I can say that for sure that I care for her from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. What I felt when I first saw her can only be described as love at first sight. Yeah! The title of the game. Yeah. The more I tell Sachi how I feel, and the more time we spend together, the stronger our bond will get. I feel like I can't take my eyes off her now. Yes, the bond, the social link, the confidant. Okay. I mean, not that I can help that much. I can't do what's impossible for me, and there are some things I won't do anyway.
I don't want to impose on you, senpai.
Sachi is as stubborn as always when it comes to another person helping her. I know I won't get her to just meekly accept us like she does with everything else. I'm not giving up, though. Even if she doesn't want to impose on me, I want to be by her side. I want to make sure she can keep smiling.
But thank you for the offer. I'm really glad that we got to meet, Mamoru-senpai. I'm much happier now than I was before.
But, you know, there are still a lot of fun things we can do. Oh, I know. I wanted to introduce you to my friends so we can all hang out together.
Your friends? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, totally. Trust me, they're good people, and besides, I've already told them about you.
If you think it's okay, well, alright. I'll look forward to meeting them then.
Great. Oh, we should probably start heading home, shouldn't we? It's not actually that late, but the sun is setting, and it is starting to get dark. At this point, it's probably best to do what Sachi's aunt wanted and head straight home.
Yes, it's getting late. Actually, can I ask a favor?
What do you need?
Can we hold hands on the way home?
Yeah, I think that's a favor I can grant. I take Sachi's hand in mine without hesitation. I feel the warmth of her hand as she squeezes mine, and suddenly it feels like the day when she'll let herself rely on me isn't so far off. Great! Whoa, yeah! Yeah, yes, great. Oh, I love it. Oh, she's so cute. She's adorable. Look at her, yeah! Act 5, cry one's eye out. Oh, cool, we did a whole act. Her side. Oh, we're gonna see Sachi's side? Okay, that's all the time I have for this one, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like below. If there's any other games you'd like me to play, please comment down below as well. If you like this, want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bells. That'll be epically appreciated of you. And as always, my name is CherryBoy, and my goal in life is to make you smile. As always, I will see you in the next video. Bye. See ya. See ya.